Sempre la serie semplicemente va a ser el ejemplo de ahora son más el Sacario María y vamos a sacar María Paz menos que las aves ahora sí habla pero por ahorita este cabrón puede recitar. Por favor. ¿Y la de abajo? ¿La de abajo? Sí, no. Bueno, suscribe. No puede traer de los otros, pero pequeño. ¿Qué estaban diciendo de usted ahí abajo? La mujer es, la reporta está hablando de usted. ¿Qué está diciendo?
No sé, estaba caminando para el lobby.
¿Con quién está hablando de él?
No sé, pero antes de eso estaba con Johan y el de mantenimiento.
Con Johan y el de mantenimiento.
Sí.
Yo necesito que salga lo más temprano posible para ir a trabajar. ¿Cómo? Sí, porque venga y comemos algo y nos vamos porque son 100 bolas que tengo que sacar por la gasolina. No, la suerte. Ajá, con el de mantenimiento y con yo.
Mira, cuando usted abrió la boca, Choco.
Sí. Este, puede ser. Puede ser. Whisky. Te voy a poner cantar así que voy a cantar dos.
Solo uno quiero dos.
Todos son un cajita.
Cada mitad de qué.
English coffee. ¿Cómo me lo hago yo? Pues esta. Que ahora pongo el texto. Entonces, y lo que dicen es, ahora que escucha it's the same price that it was 2 years ago. So como push what they want, you know. Mira que pasó su arriba. Bueno, o sea, el que ganó el rey, eso queda ahí. Que le creyendo, que the state is what. It's like they know, you know. Hacer para arriba y después de media el número stop cuánto hace ya. Entonces ya a ver, va a salir que hay un montón de y se ha disparado. ¿Cómo van a decir que menos no va a subir el precio porque fue price in en la sesión de ahora? ¿Sabes qué? Totalmente imposible. Estoy tan enfermo, sin posibilidad, que no haya cosa necesitar con la responsabilidad. Si yo quisiera que mi mamá me diera 1,000 pesos, ya, pago una semana aquí, o una semana, o ya, y veo que me queda lo que necesito quitar, pero no puedo pasar. No hay una tienda de eso. Nada, yo no puedo pagar el hecho de que hay que los CNA. Hombre, no me venía nada al seguro, porque el seguro no me venía al seguro. Ahora, me metí al portal del client portal de YouTube. El único teléfono que está ahí en el teléfono dice you cannot be completed at this time. Ajá, no sé, mismo de la vez pasada, desde que se empezó a llamar, you cannot be completed at this time. Más de otro libro, la manera de explicarse ahí. Yo creo que no, yo creo que no. Say actually, usa un teléfono de él o no, usa su teléfono. Yo no puedo tener un teléfono. No, no porque me va a dar sueño. No, usted se puede comer. Tampoco. ¿O ha comido? Sí, comido. O sea que póngale que el 10 vea el S&P. Cuando yo estaba trading en Europa, iba para abajo, totalmente para abajo. Y estaban hablando de big sell-off y que no sé qué. Cuando yo puse el dubstep ya, entendí que abrir. Que big sell-off, que no sé qué, que puede ser que para abajo. ¿Okay? Toda la sesión de Nueva York, sí, todo para arriba. Era una ratita. que la gente, o sea, para que la gente haga, porque dicen eso e inmediatamente dicen, this is not financial advice. Eso, todo eso, la neta que, y es lógico, ¿no? Porque están compitiendo contra usted, ¿no? O sea, ya que no quiera salir a trabajar, ya, no puede hacer eso. Entonces yo le entiendo, mire, estoy enfermo, me voy a morir, pero no me voy a morir, pero estoy diciendo, usted no sabe lo que yo siento, usted no sabe lo que yo siento. ¿Cuántas citas he hecho y no me dice que me manda un especialista que en 6 meses me va a ver? Tengo cita con el cardiólogo, pero me va a putear porque me ha hecho el estrés, pero yo lo hice que no aguanto, porque la verdad, soy esa máquina, no voy a desmayar ahí, si no, que no me van a revivir. Yes. Fast growing cancer could be slowed by common blood pressure growth. Y el otro dice que el blood pressure drug daba no sé qué.
Word on the street is that it was an influx of traffic at a specific time that was caused this shutdown across the board.
Shut the
That one of the new channel with this would let's be honest, a lot bigger problems than that and Japanese. Yeah. We don't need to worry about the fact that the yield is at 1.7%. We don't need to worry about the fact that that effectively causes carry traders to start declining their positions. Obviously, it means that investors expect interest rates to be going up in the future. Obviously, it means that in December, that was finally be like, okay, if you're normalizing our policy until now, let's start firstly doing the right thing by normalizing our policy. That's of course the words of investors as well. He said they're doing a good job of doing that. They do not realise that it's trying to be advertised to the world that they're kind of going to increase their interest rates and the carry trade is going to unwind. Hello, euro. Hello, yen. Goodbye, dollar. And stop. So, yeah, interesting that Bitcoin is BlackRock is
Tanto que viene el ETF.
let's just put this. Okay. This was an hour and a half ago. Doing something big, what it takes to find positive. What does it tell me? What does it tell me? Right. So, look, jokes aside, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some BlackRock saw institutional investors deal to Bitcoin. Green, $8. This is right. This is the problem that we've got. Bitcoin has been rising on the back of the idea that, of course, the ETF is such an amazing big growth. Now you're 788,000. They've been think twice as popular. They really were. They're going to pop quite a significant amount of Bitcoin in that ETF. If institutional investors think that the story is going to be a profit in the future in terms of correction in the market space, they're not going to remove that risk. And this proves that Bitcoin is a risk on asset. So they are going to take the money out of Bitcoin and go and seek safety elsewhere. Where else would they seek safety?
That's why I need now.
They are concerned about things. I'm able to get with it today. Japan's government economy is surged to the highest in years, sickening, clean shit. Why, frankly, ladies and gentlemen, the Japanese yen has been taking a nosedive to the downside, bleeding out on stock, which is on high time to appreciate that they have suffered a bit of a problem with inflation when it goes going up. And investors do not believe because they stop. They have stopped buying Japanese bonds. That's the US dollar. Sorry, Japanese dollar, by the way. That's no good. This is no good. It looks like it's going to be a regime shift in the way money is going to be seen in the future, especially for the Japanese yen. Okay? This is a massive problem that is causing economies. Here's another problem. It's $1 yen. That's going up. This forces the Japanese to start buying dollars and then convert those dollars into the yen to increase the value of the yen against the US dollar because it hurts Japan in terms of trade. And if you've got inflation begins to say, you've got wage growth going up, you don't really want to disrupt the economy. The only way that you do disrupt the economy is if you allow the dollar to keep on succeeding against the yen. That means it's forcing them to use more yen just to make purchases. They can't do that. So they need to buy a bag load of dollars and bring the dollar down. But the problem is, macroeconomically speaking, you bring the dollar down, logic says that everything should be going up because Bitcoin is against the US dollar. But the problem is, money's expensive. That's the issue we've got. If money's expensive, then even if the dollar does go down, it's going to be borrowing a currency that is really low in value. Doesn't make sense, which means you're going to have to take on more of that currency just so you can improve your purchasing power to go and buy certain assets. But if your value of your dollar is really weak, if you don't then have purchasing power, you're going to great dollar purchasing power.
Todo pescado. Nadie usa su propio dinero.
I see on X anyone says anything other than the reason why Bitcoin is
Y antes yo había marcado el
it's not
nombre de
anything to do with the
teléfono.
idea of Japanese yen. They don't
Porque siempre les dice, pues siempre me dice eso.
Because you're not.
No, desde que uno conoció a Luis,
Pero antes
nunca ella familiar.
pensando,
Pero los doctores, por regla, tienen contingencias, ¿no? O sea, es parte de la licencia. Un lugar donde puedan dejar un mensaje a alguien diciendo la doctora Ashley Lyons se murió o no está practicing anymore, ¿me entiendes?
tiene el website de eso.
Si tiene un website, es una aplicación. Hace como que usted se pone a vender aplicación. No hay otro teléfono, otra forma de contactar inmediatamente
Por eso, pero la utilización es
el mensaje.
el mensaje.
Que el mensaje es como cuando un
Pero no
teléfono
hay
está
grabación.
no hay grabación de mensaje. Uno ya mete el teléfono y como que está desconectado.
Being informed correctly about why money moves. Just go look at the 5th of August, 2024. Japan increased interest rates. That's scary for investors. Okay? Reading into the article, it says here, the rise of Japanese bond yields increases fiscal strength in Japan, tightening funding conditions for banks and insurers.
Está bien gorda la señora, la última que la vi, de compra.
That shifting to new loans that will ripple into US treasuries and other major bond markets. With this
Darle
coming
corazón a la
markets in tightness for markets. France is a bit of a problem. But what we do is coming out talking about the idea that Amazon and Microsoft receive downgrades in their ratings. Brilliant, Alex, isn't it? Stocks all-time high, everything's now getting rated low. Why? Well, that makes sense because we see provisions in Mexico show that they are quite reluctant to increase price targets for a lot of stocks, given that the value is taking investors by storm. Stock valuations is coming into play. What's smart money doing? Logic says that smart money technically is starting to buy. Yeah, it's starting to buy because this is rallying upwards. Sentiment in retail is getting smacked across the board. Red line down, sentiment in retail markets is down. Blue line up means smart money is starting to open up again. Okay, that makes sense. The price is going up. So what about Bitcoin? So interested in this video already. It's just smart money here. It's developed in partnership with OpenAI. This indicator. Told you yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a problem with Bitcoin with 20%. Alright? This is the only saving grace for Bitcoin, 74 megs, the only saving grace because it will be going into an area of consolidation that may be engineered the ability to start marking Bitcoin back again. We've got a little bit of Bitcoin, okay? And that's the story. I just need to go over into
Que le dije yo,
yeah, just to put it into perspective.
74,
See
¿sabes?
what because it's going into the actual solid base that will contribute to a little bit of problematic price action. We saw that activity yesterday. And then obviously what's in the news is about there's morning no ChatGPT, X had a day off, no over there. But you've got to really appreciate that we are in a very interesting time. This guy runs that topic, and this is his group. I don't know what he's doing, something just off the school or whatever. But in fact, there's a reason why that person says, do not underestimate what I understand, do not underestimate the power of these large groups. I think this guy's trying to say something, okay? He's trying to say that don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, alright? Even though everyone's losing their mind about what's going on, things are looking promising. This guy went from the accumulation of Ethereum from 308 to 607 million. And that was when the funding increases comes over to 607 million. Okay? So it brings total holdings to nearly 3.6 million. And this is absolute fun. This guy is ready to go on the highs. He knows that this guy's coming into play. Okay? All of these people are doing the same things. buy Bitcoin because of the landslide. When crypto go to that point, when we got $1.2 billion, all right? And the reason is that Tomsky says that the reason why cryptocurrency is going down is because a market maker is in October in that big crash. What did he say? This contract gave you the crash. That's what the market maker do. He said the whole of the market maker's book. Did you remember? Only a couple of weeks before that, or a couple of weeks, a few days, he said to you guys, the market maker's options exposure sits between $111,000 Bitcoin. If they suspend $111,000 Bitcoin, they are in that's the way they on spot and the streets and price are that's the upside. But they become a negative, okay? Where price is stuck in that way. Now, Bitcoin was to break the 100,000 market, which means to achieve sorry, don't do this is a you're going to sell up the most short and buy a spot. Okay? So it's off what's available. That's where we are right now. Market makers are beyond the 100K. That means we know that the options market are selling beyond the line, selling into the weaknesses of the getting point. That they'll we need to offer a risk. He says that the market maker will be first. He said, probably give us to this market into following up the crash. Okay? They are going to take to it very he says that obviously we've got a current weakness in crypto prices, starting off market maker putting back operations following the October tech crash. When the market maker has to follow the balance sheet, they'll seek to raise capital and are reducing their liquidity confidence in the marketplace. However, he said likely to try to quantitative tightening of crypto assets. As we said, keep an eye on
Eso es correcto, que hay que salir y ni siquiera pague ahí, ¿no?
you see this? Look at this. Unemployment rate was released this morning at 8:10 in the morning. I was just about to make my coffee and I was like, wait a second. When did we get told that the unemployment rate came in at 232,000? It's not that much of a bad reading. Think about it. What's good, Milan? Yeah, Thomas is extremely good at that. He has a great view of the crypto market. You know, the reason why he's sat on so much Ethereum, but he can absorb that. He can absorb that. But this thing right here, I've not refreshed anything, so I'm guessing if I refresh this, it's going to disappear. Here we go. There you go. Yeah, cloud clear. I can't even do a thumbnail, and you can have to rely on it towards like Reuters, Bloomberg. I mean, it's not looking great now, is it? What am I going to do right now? Fed watch, here we go. 53.4% of the expectation of interest rates being held. Let's see if they've increased right now. Ooh, it's starting to flatten out. Not bad. Actually shows investors are just being consistent with it. They don't know what to expect next February. When you're going into the NASDAQ, put it in perspective, yesterday's NASDAQ price action was lower. 125 stocks sank. Sorry, decreased. And 688 stocks took a nosedive. It's not a full market. It's a little bit of consolidation, but I mean, it's still hurtful when you think about it. 7 days of distribution of occurred yesterday. My thumb was out of sync. My thumb will not be out of sync. It's impossible. Refresh the live stream. Oh, yeah, refresh the live stream. Copy. Yeah. Refresh the live stream. Lindsay, it's out. It can't be. Wait. No, it can't be. I'll tell you if it is. No, it's fine. My offset's good. See, offset will open. Okay, cool. Anyways, so, yeah, distribution is putting up the NASDAQ is a bit of a problem for us. Now, Google's come out and he says, the CEO is saying that, yeah, no firm is immune to the AI bubble. Why are you talking about bubble? Okay? Why is he even talking about the idea of a bubble? They don't just go with the times. And I believe this is the ultimate culprit. Because you've you've got to appreciate, no one's really borrowed money in the United States because the interest rates are too high. Just when you look at the interest rates, the UK 4%, the US 4%. You've got the Kiwi, or what's companies around about the Canadian dollar 5, and the Kiwis about maybe 7.5, and then you've got the euro, which is a 2.14. The yen currently at 0.5%. And where do you think people are getting their money from? They're getting it all from overseas, like Japan. And now we've got to realise that they're going to get their interest rates increased now because the game for cheap money is done. It really is. It's really done, in my honest opinion, ladies and gentlemen. And that's something you've got to take into consideration. We can go over into other assets to tell you exactly why we've got a problem. Most investors are in the risk off environment. They don't want to put money down, guys. 10-year bond market is trading positively, yields are down. Okay? So investors are seeking the safety. The NASDAQ is trading negative spot 61%. Alright, we've got some interesting zones down here on the NASDAQ. Closing this problem performance. Volatility index is currently going into areas that we have been marking up. And that's a bit of an issue. And if things itself is trending upwards, then we're going to have ourselves a bit of a problem going into today, guys. NVIDIA really has to deliver, otherwise your market is going to be focused on big what's going over into Amazon and Microsoft to see where their price action is. Amazon began down at the open. We've got a little bit of some more gaps to close off. We're trading at $228 per share. Euro is doing Euro's made a little bit of a move up to come back down a little bit. Same thing with status. Euro's more than likely going to be trading sideways up until tomorrow's data. There we go. It's been trying to do it. No, it's not working. Yeah, so they're going to be consolidating Euro, given that by Thursday we get non-farm payroll data and the unemployment rate. This is going to be decided if Euro is going to end up becoming a safe haven yet again. So if the expectation of interest rates to get increased by the Japanese is going to come into play, that means the yen's going to go up, the euro is going to go up, the dollar's going to go down, the pound's going to go up, the bond's going to go up for the US government because investors will be seeking safety, the dollar going down, stock market goes down, everybody's waiting the bed, and this is proof right here that Wall Street does not care about your Bitcoin view. It doesn't, because it wouldn't be getting rid of it, be buying it back. This is the problem now. Because of how much Bitcoin is stacked inside of this ETF, okay? Anyone that makes a significant purchase is going to be pointless because the weight of it is coming from here.
Pero imagínese que Bitcoin vale 92, a 11,89 ahora.
Bitcoin is
Ethereum vale 3,000.
That's the truth.
El Ethereum debería estar más barato.
Guaranteed. That's
So that's a bit much. Hay dinero para comprar.
It really is.
Sí, estoy esperando que yo siempre pongo mal. Claro que sí. Se tiene que construir bien. me puede avisar que cuando puedes tener el teléfono, porque necesito que ponga el hotspot. Y hay que irse ya. Que nos va a tocar dejar a su nana como a las 9 y después salir nosotros.
Está quieta,
Ya está. Se va a poner frío. ¿Sabes por qué? Iba a salir a trabajar a mediodía, que comencé a la tarde, le dije, especialmente para trabajar. ¿Sabes por qué no salí? Porque me van a salir otras iguales que las de ayer. Ya. Y eso de ir hasta allá donde fui ayer, por 15 pesos, ¿no? O sea, si tuviera Roddy, sí, puedo salir durante el día y hacer Roddy. Pero, como así son las cosas.